Attention viewer, you are watching the world's biggest monster truck diecast YouTube channel. This is Monster Jam OCD.
Hello Monster Jam fans, and welcome back to another Monster Jam OCD review video. Today we are taking a look at the first set of singles packs for Spin Master Monster Jam in 2024. This is Series 34. I am really excited. There is one specific truck, and it's going to be the last one we reveal today during our assortment breakdown, that has now made an immediate return, and I'm blown away that it happened so quickly, but I want to get to it. Let's start with our assortment breakdown. Let's welcome us all into the newest series and the first series of this new year. This is really exciting. Every year when we start off the new year, it's always jumping into the unknown. Usually this video releases before the poster reveal, so this is kind of our first steps into the new year. The trajectory of this year is set to be probably the best year yet by Spin Master. Last year was fairly good, and I'm going to tell you, we got a lot of cool things, but this year might be the comeback for a lot of trucks that we've been asking for, and I've been suggesting on your guys' behalf and my own behalf, and I'm just really excited. So let's hop into the assortment breakdown for Series 34. Of course, this is the debut case of the new chase piece for 2024, and sadly, this is one complaint that I'm going to have about this new year, is that the chase piece is a little lackluster. I'll be honest with it. It's a lackluster chase piece. It is this right here, this Soldier Fortune, which is very reminiscent of our Sheer Madness series, which is an X-ray body clear plastic series on a metal chassis. They have brought back the Sheer Madness / see-through crew, which included the chassis and tires being clear, for the chase piece this year, and combined them into one giant thing and called it the Ghost Crew. So this year's chase piece will be the Ghost Crew. It will be a clear body, clear roll cage, and clear tire series on a metal chassis. As far as it being better than the others, absolutely not. Does it top true heavy metal? You know what? I will say it's probably better than true heavy metal. However, when you compare it to food trucks, ride trucks, and training trucks, I don't think it comes close. However, my opinion is my opinion, and many people could differ in their own opinions on what they think of the new chase piece. But this year we have the new Ghost Crew combining forces between Sheer Madness and See-Through Crew as your designated chase piece. The first one being Soldier Fortune. At this point in time, I have no idea what the others will be. I'm sure Gravedigger will make an appearance, but for the rest of them, it's completely unknown to me. So here is Soldier Fortune, your first chase piece of 2024. And then we have Morgan Kane's Maximum Destruction Gold Body from World Finals 16. And I know there's a major detail that is incorrect on this truck. However, it is a version of what his Max D looked like, which is this gold classic 2000 futuristic SUV body. The only thing that's wrong with it is the logo, and I'll talk about that when we open it up. But man, we finally got one edition of the Gold Max D. Almost completely accurate. It's so close to being accurate, but at least they noticed the suggestion and made it somewhat into a real-life diecast form. So we'll get into the details about this in a little while, but there it is, the Morgan Kane Maximum Destruction. Then we have the blue and pink Kraken from World Finals 21. This has been heavy on the suggestion list, and I had a feeling they would finally release it in the coming years. So 2024 is the release year for the blue and pink Kraken from World Finals 21. And moving right along, we have Legacy trucks returning for this year with Pirate's Curse as the first truck of that series. And here it is with a fairly accurate chassis setup and nice printed tires. We have Lucas Stabilizer returning yet again, just because it's a very popular truck, this time with a crazy combo for its wheels and its roll cage / chassis setup. So if you missed out on Stabilizer last year, the 3 different releases, here's another chance to pick it up in Series 34. And then we have a new debuting series, which I hope is replacing either Phased Out or Steel Reveal, which is called Overcharged. So this is a brand new series, very similar to Hyperfueled, where they did the colorful bodies and the crazy color chassis and wheels. But in this case, it is a brand new series for 2024. I guess it's going to be a fluorescent color body series with crazy graphics. I really like this, I'll be honest. I think it has potential. And I said that about Phased Out last year, but this one I truly think you can't really mess it up, and that's knocking on wood. Hopefully it will end up pretty awesome at the end of the year when we see everything together. But this is the new series Overcharged for 2024 singles. Then we have our secondary trucks that, aren't the most important and also kind of just repetitive trucks, which include Megalodon from Legacy Trucks as well, and Crustacean in red form returning in this series for Series 34. This is the original one with the inaccurate roof. We'll talk about that when we unbox it. But now we get into the biggest truck of them all. And I know we've actually seen a couple trucks that are pretty mind-boggling, but this one in itself is something I have such a personal connection to because I've been pushing for it for years. It came out one way and wasn't right. And then Jordan came around and reissued it within a year. Taking that kind of initiative is so awesome. And today I introduce you guys for the second time in my reviewing career for Spin Master to the Chrome 25th anniversary Gravedigger truck. This time, fully accurate. This is so awesome. And there are some details that I wasn't expecting them to add. We'll get into this as our final truck before the chase piece at the end, but get a good look at it because it is corrected, it is accurate, and I am so happy that they finally did this and did it so quickly after the initial first release. So there it is, the Chrome 25th anniversary Gravedigger. We're going to start our review today with the Megalodon from the Legacy truck. So going to move all these trucks out of the way as we hop into our first truck. So here is Megalodon. It tends to get a lot of Legacy trucks releases. It is a very popular Monster Jam truck, and I'm not too surprised to see it continuously released in a repetitive nature on a fairly repetitive style for the rims and the chassis setup. So let's unbox it since it is the less important of this review right now. And I also want to point out for 2024, they have moved the QR code to the interior of the packaging for the collector poster. And here is the Megalodon for 2024. It has the same Megalodon body as usual. Nothing is different about it. It has a black roll cage, gray chassis, baby blue rims with black tires, and BKT printing. So Megalodon is your first truck of the 9 for Series 34. And next up is our second Legacy truck of the pack. It is Pirate's Curse. Let's open it up. And here is Pirate's Curse for the Legacy trucks. I really do enjoy Pirate's Curse. I think the casting is so well done, and it keeps getting better every time they release it as far as graphics goes. This is probably the clearest of them all. They definitely did the gold tooth much darker so you can notice it better. And everything to do with this truck is really well done. It has a black roll cage, a maroon chassis, as well as maroon rims, black tires, and BKT printing. So nothing much different about Pirate's Curse besides graphics improvement, but I do enjoy it when it comes out. It's rarely seen, but it's really cool to see it in the Legacy trucks. And next up is our Crustacean, the Monster Lobster in Series 34, returning on the red body yet again for 2024. And here it is with a red chassis, black roll cage, black tires, and red rims. The classic Crustacean red body. They did update the claws to have a much clearer graphic for the McLaughlin Seafood Company. I think that's actually the accurate logo as well, so that's pretty cool to have that finally added on. But besides this truck being released again, it is not the accurate roof. The other accurate roofs include a blank roof, which would have nothing on it, the Fisherman, which is a hand-painted roof, or the most recent roof of Crustacean Red, which is the Beavers from Lumberjack. But so far, Spin Master has continued to release the Monster Lobster roof, which only is featured on the blue Crustacean. For now, we do receive another Crustacean. It's a cool casting, and I love Crustacean as a truck, but it would be awesome to see Spin Master utilize this license to do the 3 different roofs that they have not done, which include the ones that I just mentioned. So there is Monster Lobster nonetheless again for the semi-inaccurate Crustacean Red for Series 34. And next up is Lucas Stabilizer for the second time in singles packs for Series 34 2024. Let's open it up. All right, so Lucas Stabilizer, instantly one of the most popular Monster Jam trucks on the current running circuits, and I think it deserves its place in the singles packs. I was expecting it to be released again in singles packs, and I was sure enough correct about it. It's just too cool of a casting to not have come out multiple times. We did have a race car release as well as a doubles pack release in addition to the singles packs last year, and now we start the year with Stabilizer yet again, this time with a red roll cage, blue chassis, and white rims with black tires to match the color scheme of the truck itself. Besides that, everything else is the same as it was last year. A lot of graphics improvement on the actual sponsors, I will say that. Besides that, it is your same Stabilizer body as usual, just with the new chassis and rims for 2024's Series 34. And now we're entering the territory of new trucks. This is our first edition of an Overcharged truck for 2024, starting off with the Blue Thunder. And Blue Thunder has had a lot of different paint schemes over the years with Spin Master, from the special Walmart thematic series to the Mystery Mutters to now again returning as a special series in the singles line under the Overcharged name. So here it is with a fluorescent yellow highlighter color for the paint. It has the blue lightning bolts with black interior around the truck, which honestly look really awesome on the highlighter theme in person. The camera might not be picking it up as good as I'm actually seeing it in person, but I love how the color looks against the highlighter color background. We have a pure white Blue Thunder logo with black outline, Monster Jam logo, red taillights, feel the energy in the same color scheme as the other logos and lightning bolts have been in, and the roof and hood in the same scheme again with just awesome looking decals. I really like this truck. It has yellow headlights, a black grille, a fluorescent yellow roll cage with a blue chassis, yellow tires, and black rims. So there's our first look at the Overcharged series for 2024, the first one being the Blue Thunder. And next up is Morgan Cane's Max D from World Finals 16. What a cool release, unexpected, and yet still I have suggested it over the years, and finally it's making somewhat of an appearance in Series 34. Let's talk about it and open it up. And for the first time, an attempt has been made at this amazing Max D. So this Max D has a history for those fans who haven't been around since the era that this truck debuted in, which was less than half a decade ago, but still very important to the history of Max D, especially Morgan Cane and his career with Monster Jam. This truck debuted at the World Finals as a specialty scheme. At the time, they didn't have the 3D gold body made yet, so they did run a classic 2000 futuristic SUV casting, which is this casting here, the original Maximum Destruction casting, for his body mold. And it was gold. It had all the decals as classic Maximum Destruction would have in gold and black, as well as the updated Maximum Destruction logo, which is the Max D logo that we know today. However, for Spin Master, I don't know if they noticed the detail was different or not, but they did just include the standard Maximum Destruction logo on the side, which is actually really cool because I think that's how the truck should have looked like in real life. The real life truck with the new Max D logo wasn't as cool as this looks. So I think this is really cool, and I think this is how the truck should have been. However, for accuracy purposes, this Max D logo, the classic Max D logo, needs to be replaced with the modern Max D logo. I'll put a picture on screen of what the real life truck looked like. But besides that, everything else besides the logo not being in gold and black is accurate to the real life truck. The color is really sick. I love the way they did the graphics. Of course, it's pretty much exactly how the real life roof and hood looked like. It has On a Mission in the front, although it is so blurry, it is completely illegible. I just know what that says because I've been a fan for so long. Everyone that has been a fan this long knows that this is the On a Mission decal. It has the headlights and the taillights in gold as well, which actually could be swapped out for red ones for a future release since the real life truck did run red. It also has gold beadlocks over gray rims and BKT printed tires, which is fully accurate to the real life truck. It also is on a rear engine, also accurate because it was run on a CRD. So it gets many points for, number one, being attempted. Number two, they listened to our suggestion. But number three, just overall, that the fact that we never got this from Hot Wheels is just super redeeming for this year, especially since it is Tom Mentz's final year competing in Monster Jam. It makes the most sense to release it this time around. And hopefully in the future, we'll see a reissue with the updated logo. Very simple fix. But for the purpose of what this truck is supposed to represent, it does a wonderful job at it. And the only thing is one minor decal being different from it being fully accurate. And compared to the regular Max D, here's what they look like compared together. Again, the same scheme, just in gold and brown. As the real life truck was. The taillights, again, can be swapped out to be accurate colors. But besides all that, Maximum Destruction Morgan Cane's edition has now made its official Spin Master Monster Jam and first-time diecast debut in 2024 Series 34. And as we move along to the final three trucks, it is Kraken leading the top three of this review as the World Finals 21 special scheme, blue and pink. Let's open it up. And this truck was very expected. However, I thought it was going to be last year, to be honest with you guys. But they did push it to 2024. I guess there was just a reason why they did it. I don't know what the reason is, but we did receive it in the end, and it's just awesome to see it finally here in all of its detail. As you can see, the Kraken is in a metallic dark blue with its tentacles being in a magenta pink color. The rest of the body is standard to the original release with the green Kraken on it. But it's just really cool to finally see it in diecast form. A very simple recolor and reissue, but really effective because it was a real life scheme. People really wanted it, and now we have received it in Series 34. It has an interesting color gray roll cage, almost brown gray color, and a copper chassis, as well as magenta pink rims, black tires with the BKT printing. And compared to the classic Kraken, here they are together for the first time, part of Team Tomfoolery Motorsports. Finally getting both editions together, and I love this casting, I love this paint scheme, and I hope they'll do another new Kraken paint scheme in the future. And now we have reached, for me, the pinnacle of the review. It is the Gravedigger 25th Anniversary Fully Accurate Edition from the World Finals. This truck has been on my suggestion list for years now. It has been my favorite World Finals specialty Gravedigger paint scheme of all time for a long time, and still is to this day. So to have it finally done accurately in diecast form is just super, super awesome. So I'm not going to even delay any further. We're going to open this up and talk about all the great details, the new additions and changes from the previous edition right now. I really can't believe it. I am just so happy with the result of what Spin Master did with this truck. This truck means a lot to me as a fan because as I was starting to get into collecting trucks and really becoming a dedicated fan to Monster Jam, this anniversary occurred and I saw this truck on TV and I really wanted an accurate version, even as a little kid when I was just learning about details and what was right and what was wrong. And Hot Wheels Edition was pretty cool, but it was never accurate and never as close to the real life truck as this one is today. This is a team effort that has taken a long time to finally get finalized and pushed forward into the new year, but I gotta give my major thanks, as I always do, to Jordan and the design team at Spin Master for all of the hard work, the dedication, and the ability to listen to feedback, take criticism, and move forward into something that's even better than last time. And this is the epitome of that. So let's talk about the 25th anniversary specialty body from World Finals 8. This truck is... I cannot say anything else besides one of my favorites of all time. This is just so awesome. So now that we're zoomed in here, we can talk about this truck in greater detail. The artwork is fully redone by Jordan himself. There weren't any actual pieces of the artwork in the archives that they usually pull from, and he had to actually go in and fully redo it himself, which is just beyond his call of duty, and I just really respect him deeply for all the work he does. So as you can see, we finally have the big haunted house with the moon in the background, the two purple rings around it, the smaller graveyard on the bottom with the green fog, the Dennis Anderson tombstone with Since 1982 on the ribbon on the side here. We have the 25th anniversary ribbon going along the side of the fender to the back of the haunted house area here. We have the curved Gravedigger logo in chrome. So he actually didn't print the white part of the logo into this truck. That's not accurate, but for this release, I think it actually looks really cool. And I think that's how they should have done it in real life. But the logo itself is chromed out. It is not filled in with white decal. So it is reflective in real life. It's hard to catch it on camera since my studio is a white background, but it is definitely a different looking Gravedigger logo than usual. And it also has a nice gradient where it goes from chrome to black at the bottom like the real life truck had. The flames have been updated to be a gray color with a red outline. The hood stripe is red outlined with dark purple in the middle as the color, which is fully accurate to the real life truck. And for the first time in history ever to be done in any diecast form from the Hot Wheels brand to the Spin Master Monster Jam brand, this is the first time you are seeing the Roman numerals added on to a 1/64 scale diecast release. It is Gravedigger 20's numerals in black and neon green, accurate to how the real life truck looked, and I was shocked to see this detail added. This was definitely not something I suggested. I think they just took the liberty of doing it, and it just makes this truck 10 times better than it already was. It also has the classic red headlights with the red flames around them. A nice chrome touch to the red as well, since they did not print white behind it. The red is reflective on the truck. And then on the roof here, we have the 25th anniversary Gravedigger decals, which include the 2006 Racing Champion, also not printed in white. It is chrome behind the decal. Since 1982, with the 25th anniversary stacked ribbon here. The ghost face, the chrome Gravedigger logo, again, not painted in white, so it's reflective, and the gray flames on the roof here. And then we have a green roll cage, a metal chassis because it is a plastic chrome wrapped body, the purple beadlocks over gray rims, and black tires. So there it is in absolute full detail, the best release of the 25th anniversary Gravedigger I've ever seen before. And compared to the original release, you can see how dedicated he was to correcting his mistake, which he didn't know at the time that was not accurate. It has finally been reissued completely as the full edition body for this year, for 2024. What a cool release. And we get a chrome specialty body in the making of it all. I guess you can just call it a special edition body at this point. but that is the 25th anniversary Chrome Gravedigger. What an awesome piece. I am just so stoked with this release coming out. And moving on to the final truck of the assortment and our first chase piece of 2024 from the Ghost Crew series, it is Soldier Fortune. Let's open it up. All right, so the Ghost Crew. What can be said besides it is just the Sheer Madness series redone with the see-through crew edition of the tires and roll cage. As a personal collector, I think the chase piece series needs to be something more over the top, like a chrome wrap series or a gold chrome wrap series, a wrecked series from Post Freestyle. But for what this is, I am a huge fan of clear items. You guys have heard this in my videos if you watch me for a while. So I'm kind of torn between this chase piece isn't the best versus the chase piece is actually really awesome. If this was just a normal release series, I think it'd be perfect. As a chase piece, I don't think it is as effective as others have been, but this is just my opinion. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is really up to you guys to decide as collectors what you guys think of it. Some people might really love it. Some people might really hate it. It just depends on what your personal preference is. But here is the Sheer Madness edition compared to the Soldier Fortune from the Ghost Crew. As you can see, the body is exactly the same. Besides the decals, they are actually clear decals now, where the Soldier Fortune logo used to be colored in. It is just a clear outline, as well as the code here on the side of the truck. So I'm not going to go into full detail comparing them. I'm just going to do a quick side-by-side around and talk about now the chase piece itself, again, Soldier Fortune. So let's zoom in here. The body is fully clear in green. I really do enjoy how clear they've made these bodies over time. It also has a clear roll cage with a metal army green color chassis, solid army green color rims, and for the first time, fairly clear tires. I don't think we've ever seen them do clear tires in this transparent of a color before. So Soldier Fortune is debuting as the first chase piece of the Ghost Crew, and now it's officially the chase piece of the year. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. We are now at the end of the review. We have received 3 brand new schemes this time around in this series, and all of them have their own place in this review list. I mean, this has been really, really awesome to see these historical schemes come back to life. Kraken, of course, not too far from the past, but the other ones fairly far back in the history of Monster Jam. Overall, I gotta say, the #1 truck that takes the absolute #1 spot of this review series has to be the Gravedigger 25th Anniversary Chrome. Once again, thank you to everyone, including Jordan, who had a hand in recreating this, reissuing it so soon, and redoing it from the ground up to make it what it has become today. This is by far possibly one of my favorite trucks of all time from their 10 years so far, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. I will see you guys next time. This is Reiner Monster Jam OCD, signing out.